Well, new reports say the FBI and the New York U.S. Attorney's Office will be investigating Governor Andrew Cuomo and his administration's role of covering up nursing home deaths. Come in, Betsy McCaughey. Betsy, you were the lieutenant governor of New York. You know how that cesspool in Albany, and I don't mean to diminish Albany, it's a great city, but the government part of it is a cesspool. You understand how it works, and I'm just wondering if you think Cuomo's finished as governor.
Well, I think that, first of all, it's hard to know which is worse, the dying or the lying. We're talking about somewhere between 13,000 and 15,000 elderly patients at a minimum whose lives were put at risk and died because of a March 25th order from the governor's office and the health department commanding nursing homes take in patients discharged from hospitals having been treated for COVID and prohibiting the nursing homes from testing them for COVID. The nursing homes had to fly blind. So, of course, this virus raged through all these nursing homes. That's the dying. But the lying began almost immediately. I emailed the health department. I called the health department to find out what the death toll was. And here's what happened. The health department saw the number of deaths rising. So they manipulated the numbers and suddenly stopped counting deaths of patients who were transferred to the hospital just before they died. That cut the number in half almost. So for months and months, Cuomo bragged that elderly people were safer in New York than in other parts of the country, when just the opposite was true.
Yeah. Well, and bottom line is he was getting all this assistance from Trump for the hospital ship, turning Javits Center into a hospital, and they had empty beds there. He could have been putting these people in ships, in quarantine ships, or in quarantine centers like Javits Center, instead of putting them into nursing homes. He had the option.
Well,
he didn't use it.
That could have been a mistake.
But let me just let me come back to my first question, Betsy, because we're running out of time. Is Cuomo finished? Because he rather than taking the blame himself, he's putting it on others, saying it was the fault of the nursing homes and the staff who came in, and that's why people got sick.
It clearly wasn't. But this is only the beginning, because the Cuomo administration is mired in corruption. And now that you see Democrats in the Assembly and Senate starting to break, information will come out about the other aspects of corruption. After all, Cuomo's top aide, Joseph Prococo, is already doing time in prison, having been convicted of corruption.
So this is only the tip of an iceberg? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So what happens now? I mean, it's significant. I think that the Democrats are now, his so-called Democrat colleagues are now going after him. Have there been festering problems between Cuomo and other Democrats that are now coming to the fore?
Exactly. You put your finger on it, David. The fact is that Cuomo's been a bully for years, and he's made many enemies, but he's intimidated people within his own party. New York is a one-party state.
But he still has the media. So as long as all of
those Democrats in both houses kept quiet, Cuomo was relatively safe, even as his aides were convicted of corruption and sent to jail.
Very quickly, we only have 30 seconds. He still has the media, starting with his brother over at CNN, even though he's not going to be able to cover the governor anymore. Will he be able to use that media support, all those celebrities that came to his defense, or will they drop out?
I think many of them are going to be fair weather friends. And the fact is, more and more will come out. There's no recall in New York State, unlike California. He doesn't suffer the fate of Gavin Newsom. And it's very hard to impeach in New York. It would require a 2/3 vote of the Senate plus the state's top judges. Unlikely to happen. But he is losing power.
Okay. Betsy McCaughey, very interesting situation in the state of New York. Thank you, Betsy. Appreciate it.